Hi, everybody. Ray Carr here for The Musical Connection. Welcome, everybody. Along with David Michaels and Teresa Michaels, we're going to bring...
There.
Yes.
Hey, welcome.
We're going to bring back happy memories. And we're going to talk about 8 different songs tonight. And these songs hopefully will mean something to you. Well, they mean something to us. Let's begin now. Oh, yeah.
Well, just getting it. You know, where
That's
everyone
cheers.
knows your name.
Yeah. I feel like ordering a beer. I don't even drink.
Instead of Norm, it's Ray.
Yes, Ray.
What was his name again?
Norm.
What was Norm's name? He just passed away. George Wendt.
George Wendt, yes, from Chicago.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know if it's a habit. For the past 16 years, I started my gigs with this song.
Well, it's a good way to start. It kind of draws everybody in. It's better than Chariots of Fire.
Oh, we're not finishing a marathon, right?
Well, this is a marathon in some ways, and we're going to make it to the end, the finish line. But while we're doing that, it's the journey that counts.
Absolutely.
Let's begin that journey right now with a song that was written in 1969, well, released on an album in 1970, then officially as a single in 1977, by a gentleman who started out in Northern Ireland with a band called Them. They did the original version of Gloria that was covered by the Shadows of Night from Chicago. All right, Moondance, folks. Moondance was written and developed by Van Morrison while he was living in Cambridge, Massachusetts, back in 1969. He was committed to the song, and he wrote the melody first, and he played the melody on a soprano saxophone. Well, then he knew he had a song, a good one. Then he decided to write the lyrics to go with it. So let's hear what that song sounds like. David Michaels and Teresa Michaels.
Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance neath the color of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that flow. And I'm trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. And all the night's magic seems to whisper and hush. And all the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Well, I wanna be close to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come. Now I know now the time is just right, and straight into my arms you will run. And when you come, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. There and then all my dreams will come true, dear. There and then I will make you my own. And every time I touch you, you just tremble inside. And I know how much you want me that you can't hide. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? And all the night's magic seems to whisper and hush. And all the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Lie, 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 lie. There's a moonlight a magic night. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love?
Dave and Teresa Michaels right here on the Musical Connection. Ray Carr back with you. I hope you enjoyed that one. That was going out to Bill and Sandy from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. So thank you so much for the request. You know, folks, I was in a donut shop yesterday, a vegan donut shop, and two people got into it.
You went to that place?
I did.
In Lakewood?
For just a minute. Dave, I have to tell you, is it true that if two vegans get together and they have an argument, is it still called a beef?
It would be called a beef. And by no way, shape, or form are we saying anything against veganism as a form of...
We're just kidding.
We're creating a community of welcome.
Everybody's welcome.
Everybody's welcome.
That's right.
Yeah.
Even if we drink milk, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to eat meat or not eat meat. Whatever, you know.
We love everybody, folks. Everybody love everybody, as the saying goes. And because I love this next song so much, Irving Berlin wrote this one. It was composed way back in 1926, almost 100 years ago. Can you believe it?
This would be in the public domain.
It will be in January. As a last-minute addition to the Rodgers and Hart musical Betsy. Well, although the show only ran for 39 performances, Blue Sky was an incredible instant hit. Well, it was covered by a lot of singers, and some of those great singers that did it, Bessie Smith, Louis Armstrong, Francis Albert Sinatra, Ray Charles, Al Jolson, of all people, huh? And tonight, we're going to have Ella Fitzgerald, of course. We also are going to have Teresa Michaels sing it, and I can't wait to hear that. Blue skies. No matter what the weather's doing outside, it's November here, it's always going to be blue skies for us here at the Musical Connection. So, Teresa, David?
I have a question, though. What does it being live on public domain mean? Because some people aren't as smart as you guys.
There's no musical rights. You can record it, and you don't have to pay royalties to anybody.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. There's probably people out there that didn't know that either. I was blue, just as blue could be. Every day was a cloudy day for me. Then good luck came knocking at my door. Skies were gray, but they're not gray anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies will I see. Bluebirds, bluebirds singing a song. Nothing but bluebirds from now on. Never seen the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Within the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my, how they fly. Blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue days from now on. Go ahead, take it away, honey. Never seen the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my, how they fly. Blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on.
Yeah, everybody. Great one. A favorite song to former weatherman Wally Canaan. Wally Canaan was called Wally Canaan the Weatherman from Channel 3 back in the 60s and early 70s before they were born. Well, one of my favorites. Next, we have an artist named Neil Young. I know. I'm not going to get into the song. Wally Canaan the Weatherman.
No. Dick Goddard, bro.
Well, I interviewed Dick Goddard, and that was an experience in and of itself.
The Woolly Bears.
The Woolly Bears. Would we be what we are today without the Woolly Bear?
Absolutely. Have you ever been to the Woolly Bear Festival?
I have, yes. I went with my old newscaster. He was on my radio program, Mike Cunningham. Mike is blind, and you can imagine how much fun we had taking Mike around all the festivities when there's thousands of people there. He could barely walk. But we love Mike, and we'll miss him. R.I.P. Good man, though.
Good man.
He used to call my show. Listen to this. He called my show, and he would memorize the news copy and be able to recite it on the air. But the news wasn't just the regular news. It was obscure paranormal news. Great stuff. Here's a guy that is not paranormal. He started out with a band called the Minor Birds back in Canada. The Minor Birds they were a garage band featuring Rick James, of all people. He was a draft dodger, and he went up to Canada, and they formed a band. And years later, Neil Young went on his own. And we're going to talk about one of those great songs and one of those great albums that Neil Young did. The song was, of course, written by Neil Young. It's called Harvest Moon, released in November of 1992. And it was on the Reprise record label. It was the first single from his 19th album bearing the very same name. You're going to hear backing vocals, not tonight, but on the album, of Linda Ronstadt. And I really like this. Now, he recorded this in D major. Dave, what does that mean, D major?
Well, Ray, you know, I don't often like to correct you. It's D minor.
Okay, well...
No, wait, no. Hold on. He might have recorded this in D major, yes.
Yes.
So, it just happens that I have a version in C major.
Right.
So, what that means to the listener, okay? So,
To the lay person.
to the lay person. So, vocalists, you know, have different ranges, right? So, you heard Teresa sing a couple. She likes keys like A flat. She has a lower alto voice. Neil Young has more of a tenor voice, right? So a lot of his keys are pitched higher, like the key of D. So when Dave bought this song, you know, to play, I don't have as high of a voice as Neil Young. So I lowered it to the key of C.
Well, I always say if people don't meet my expectations, I just lower them. Dave, let's hear it. Harvest Moon.
I hope it meets your expectations, Ray.
It always does.
Ray, do you like Neil Young's voice?
Personally,
He's kind of like you either love him or you don't.
let me put it this way. If I never heard another Neil Young song, I'd be okay with it. However, he did do a song that I really, really, really liked. It was called Payola Blues back in 1983.
Maybe we can put that on the program.
Well, he did it as a joke for his label because he had to have one more album on the contract, and he recorded with a band called the Shocking Pinks. So I believe it was 1983, Payola Blues.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very soothing song. I'm happy with it just being instrumental.
I like it, and we're going to talk about another great instrumental song, which I was very fond of. I used to play this at weddings, and some of when I was doing the weddings many years ago, some of the older people in the audience would get up and do a little bit of a line dance, kind of like their version of maybe the Electric Slide, which came later. The song is called The Alley Cat, The Alley Cat, very popular around the world. Danish pianist and composer Brent Fabric. Sounds like he should be a tailor.
Brent Fabric?
That's his name. He released it back in 1962, and it was done by a lot of different people. Ray Conniff, Brent Fabric, of course, Chet Atkins, Al Hurt, Peggy Lee, and even Bobby Rydell, who used to perform on American Bandstand a lot.
Yeah.
He's from Philadelphia. So, interesting song. So, any of you that want to get up and dance, let's hear the Alley Cat.
This song reminds me of my grandfather on my father's side. I didn't get to know him very much as a kid, but what I do know is this was one of the songs that he played. He was a piano player. He played the accordion. I have his accordion. I'd love to play it for you all sometime.
You know what we should do? Get Al to play it.
Al, that would be fantastic.
He's our visual director. He's kind of like Steven Spielberg. He's rolled into one, doing everything.
All right.
Really, he's an amazing guy.
Well, let's give this a spin, huh? Where he would play a joke and he would just start going as fast as he could.
David Michaels, The Alley Cat. The original was done by Brent Fabric. But as we move on, boy, I'll tell you what, Dave, before I get to the next song, because it does make me feel young. Some days I do actually feel young. You ever wake up one day and say, I just feel so good that I just want to do something I haven't done in a while? You ever feel like that?
Sometimes, sure. Yeah.
And
it gets, life can kind of weigh you down with what you got to do. Sometimes those moments are fewer than far between. But when they happen, you appreciate them all the more.
The Beatles said you got to carry that weight a long time. I think we're going to drop that weight and we're going to have a little fun here tonight.
Absolutely, right?
You Make Me Feel So Young. It was produced and published in 1946. And it was done, the composer was Joseph Miro, and the lyricist was Mac Gordon. Now, it was from a movie, introduced in the movie, Three Little Girls in Blue. Well, when it was sung in the movie by characters Vera Ellen and Charles Smith, the voices were dubbed by Carol Stewart and Del Porter. Popular music versions now. Frank Sinatra did it for his album Swingin' Lovers, 1956, and also Ella Fitzgerald. Now, when Frank and Ella did it, it just took on a whole new meaning. I think when Frank's version of it just kind of really goes, it goes like, man, you want to just sing along with him.
I agree. Yeah,
great version.
It as the kids say today, that smacks. That's what the kids say, folks. I'm a high school teacher, and the kids say that really smacks.
I can't believe he's saying this.
I don't know. I shouldn't say it. I'm just gonna play. I'm just gonna play.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Do I seem as cheerful as a schoolboy playing hooky? Do I seem as to gurgle like a baby with a cookie? If I do, the cause of it all is you. You make me feel so young. You make me feel like spring has sprung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual. The moment that you speak, I wanna go play hide and seek. I wanna go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon. You and I are just like a couple of tots, running around a meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel like there's songs to be sung, bells to be rung, and a wonderful fling to be flung. And when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. 'Cause you make me feel so young. You make me feel so young. You make me feel like spring has sprung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual. The moment that you speak, I wanna go play hide and seek. I wanna go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon. You and I are just like a couple of tots, run around a meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, and a wonderful fling to be flung. And when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. 'Cause you make me feel so young.
You make me feel so young, the great David Michaels at his very, very finest.
Oh, come on, Ray. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
Dave, I thought it would be a good time to maybe interject a trivia question or two.
Yeah, go ahead. That sounds like a good ad.
Well, I'll banter back and forth with our audience and yourself. Chuck Berry. Now, Chuck Berry would have been 100 years old this year, I believe. Well, close to it anyway. From St. Louis, Missouri, he had a lot of hits. Johnny Be Good, Almost Grown, No Particular Place to Go. Dave, do you know what his only number one song actually was? He only had one number one song.
Yeah, Go, Johnny, go, go, go.
That was Johnny Be Good.
Johnny Be Good.
No. It was
What?
not till 1972 when he did a song called My Ding-a-Ling. It's true. His only number one song, My
Maybe
Ding.
we shouldn't bring that. You know, I had a joke when you said he was 100. I was going to, you tossed out a softball, but I think we're just going to let that one go.
We'll probably end up being an infield fly.
Yeah, we're just going to let that one go, Ray.
All right, how about a pop culture trivia question? The last brand of cigarette advertised on television, the date was January 1st, 1971. What brand of cigarette was that? It was played during Johnny Carson's Tonight Show.
Parliaments.
Good guess. Al, what do you think? Cool. And Teresa says Camel.
No. What was the one?
That's correct.
Oh.
Virginia Slims, you've come a long way, baby. It's on YouTube. You can
Al,
watch it.
You like Virginia Slims?
Ooh.
Maybe we'll do the... Do you have a commercial for that?
Well, there is one on
we-
YouTube, yeah.
Can we bring that one up?
I don't have a
Like
computer.
during during the commercial break.
We'll absolutely bring that up.
Yeah. All right, folks, we're going to show you that commercial on our commercial break.
You know, we're going to play a lot of old commercials of products that are and are no longer with us. Old cars, Edsels, DeSotos, maybe old brands of cigarettes that nobody smokes anymore for good reason. Old Gold. Chesterfield. I don't know if anybody still smokes Chesterfield.
Oh, at the, what you would call it, Max and Irma's, they have Chesterfield's advertisement on the wall.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big one, and a lot of baseball teams had Chesterfield on their top of their scoreboard. So cigarettes were a cool thing to do. Of course, I don't smoke, and I know you don't smoke anymore either, do you, Dave?
No, Ray.
Yeah, you gave it up here.
No, I've been known to, still have a cigar or two.
Only on the right occasion.
On the right occasion.
Well, tonight's a good occasion because, Reginald Kenneth DeWitt, he used to go by Reggie.
Oh, yeah. Do we all know who that is?
That's Elton John.
Elton John.
And we're going to talk about one of his early hits, and this was a big one, too. I think his first big hit, Your Song. And this is like Your Song. And Elton John wrote it. Bernie Taupin also was the lyricist for this one, helped create the song as well. And it was his very first top 10 single. Well, and it was also released, not by Elton John first. It was first released by Three Dog Night in March of 1970 as an album track on their album, It Ain't Easy. John was the opening act for the band at the time, and they allowed him to record it actually first, but Three Dog Night released it. Then they decided not to release it as a single because they wanted Elton John to get the fame for it because they liked him and they felt his version was much better.
That's nice. That's nice to hear.
Well, he did a great job with that song.
I think this song put him on the map.
It did. Indeed it did.
And then this led to the L.A. Dodger Stadium concert.
Well, years later.
It really broke free in America, right?
Well,
when
I think Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, the double album, really helped in 73, and then he had Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy. That was 1975, and I think after that, he was Elton John.
Hey, don't shoot me. I'm just a piano player. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. You can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. I sat on the roof and I kicked off the moss. Well, a few of the verses, well, they got me quite cross, but the sun's been kind while I wrote this song. It's for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting, but these things I do, you see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. But anyway, the thing is, what I really mean, yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. and you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world.
Spectacular, Dave. Thank you. Your song.
Thank you, Ray.
I wanted to add something to Elton John's career. There's a portion of his career that very few people talk about. He was with a band in 1965 through 1968 called Bluesology. And they had a couple of really wonderful songs. You can look them up on YouTube if you like, and maybe at some point we could do them. Yeah. Come Back Baby, Mr. Frantic, and, well, Karina Karina. That was a cover of Ray Peterson, but still a good song anyway. Folks, thank you for watching and listening to The Musical Connection. Right now, we're going to take a short commercial break.
You smoke for pleasure and not just from habit. Enjoy the long, long pleasure of a Chesterfield King.
Make your pleasure long.
Pleasure true.
Pleasure filter-free. Chesterfield. King's the size.
You get all the advantages of extra length and much more. For only Chesterfield King gives you the wonderful taste of 21 vintage tobaccos, grown mild, aged mild, and blended mild. Tobaccos too mild to filter, pleasure too good to miss.
Chesterfield, King's the size. Chesterfield,
They satisfy.
21 grade tobaccos make 20 wonderful smokes.
The wonderful taste of Chesterfield King. Tobaccos too mild to filter, pleasure too good to miss.
There are times every day as you work or you play when a pause would be welcome to you. And it's then that you find the bright thought in your mind that only a Coke will do.
50 million times a day, at home, at work, or on the way. There's nothing like a Coca-Cola, nothing like a Coke.
Nothing. Nothing else gives you the bracing sparkle and the bright little lift that's so delightfully yours in ice-cold Coca-Cola. Coke has a distinctive flavor all its own that no one has ever succeeded in matching. No wonder Coca-Cola is the most asked-for soft drink in the world.
50 million times a day, at home, at work, or on the way. There's nothing like a Coca-Cola, nothing like a Coke.
Hello, I'm Bob Denver. If you remember, like, work is a terrible word in the life of Maynard G. Krebs. But even Maynard knows that if you want to be successful, you really got to work for it. And teenagers, the groundwork is being done right now. So stay in school and graduate. Don't leave without that diploma. In fact, stay in school and you won't have to go to work. Work!
So we all begin somewhere, right, Dave?
So everyone's got a story, Ray.
Everybody's got a story, and at some point, we're going to be playing your story. If you have a song that really means something to you, let us know what it is. We'll have information about it. Dave and Teresa will sing it, and if they don't want to do it, by golly, I'll try it.
All you have to do is email us your request at david@themusicalconnection.org or respond to one of our weekly requests for song requests through the Buy Me a Coffee community page.
And in the future, we'll be giving trivia questions out. If you answer them right, we'll give you an autographed picture of all of us, which will be very nice, suitable for framing.
It's worth a lot.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's the value is in our community and relationship.
Dave, it's immeasurable.
I just want to say, as we're getting to know each other here over these first couple weeks, we're all real people here, and I don't mind sharing with you my mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Like, here, the reason I say this was pointed out to me at the commercial break. I have a little coffee stain here, but I'd like to think that we're comfortable enough with each other that that's okay.
4th cup of coffee, by the way.
Yeah, I need a lot.
Dave, I once poured an entire pot of coffee on me back when I was dancing to this next song, the Pennsylvania Polka.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a song you do not want to drink coffee and try to dance to it. Written in 1942 by a gentleman named Lester Lee and Zeke Manners, and quickly became a huge hit around, and recorded by the Andrews Sisters and Frankie Yankovic. And the song mentions Scranton, Pennsylvania. That was the home, of course, of the show The Office. That was many years later. So, Dave, you know the Pennsylvania Polka.
I do.
It's also the Pittsburgh Steelers theme song.
Oh, come on. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't know that when we
I knew
picked
that.
the songs?
Well,
Why didn't you tell me?
Because I thought you already knew it.
I didn't.
I thought there were people in Western Pennsylvania.
I picked it out because of Punxsutawney Phil.
Phil.
I thought you would have talked about that.
Well, that's not till February 2nd, isn't it?
This is one of the songs in Groundhog Day. Seamless. Well, in the writing, Kind of want to see you dance with a cup of coffee with us, as you said. Oh, that's right. Should we bring it back around?
Bring it home, Dave. Bring it home. There we go, but we'll talk about Groundhog Day when we get closer. But you know what holiday is coming up, Dave?
Can I just say one thing
Please
about
do.
that? You ever, when you go through life, you just get pangs of embarrassment? Every day. It hits you like a ton of bricks. Do you know what I'm talking about? Well, I'm having one of those moments right now because, bro, Ray, my friend, I didn't know that it was the Steelers song. I didn't. And I remember just a couple months ago playing this after a Browns game, and someone in the audience eating their dinner was like, oh, God. You were really upset that I played that. And now it makes complete sense. Now it makes sense.
Well, it was popular during the 70s when they had Terry Bradshaw, Franco Harris, Rocky Bleier, Lynn Swan, Mean Joe Green.
Refrigerator Joe Green?
No, Mean Joe Green.
Who was Refrigerator Perry? That was his
Played
name.
with the Chicago Bears. Right.
Yep.
85 right. Super Bowl. Anyway.
I'm sorry. I digress.
Dave, that's okay because I think what you need to do right now is smile.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Folks, our next song is called Smile. Now, Smile is a great song based on the theme song used in the soundtrack for Charlie Chaplin's 1936 movie, Modern Times. Chaplin, who composed the song with the help of composer David Raxon. It was inspired by a sequence of the first act of love in the Puccini opera Tosca. Years later, John Turner and Jeffrey Parsons added lyrics to the title. That was in 1954. And the lyrics were based on lines and themes from that actual film. The singer is telling the listener to cheer up. And there's always a brighter tomorrow, just as long as you smile. And Dave's going to make us feel that right now.
I love that.
You're frowning out there, folks, but after hearing that, you will smile. We're the Musical Connection. I'm Ray Carr, along with David Michaels and Teresa Michaels. We're here to make you feel good, remember those great songs, and the only way that we can keep playing these great songs, we need to know what you want to hear. Dave, once again, let's give that email.
Email for song requests and shout-outs, birthdays, whatever you'd like us to mention.
Anniversaries.
We're a community here. It's david@themusicalconnection.org.
Don't forget that, folks. And we'll have a 1-800 toll-free number up soon, so you can always call us 24 hours a day. Wouldn't that be nice, Dave?
Absolutely.
3 in the morning.
I don't want to answer it at 3 in the morning.
Well, Al will answer it for us.
No, Al won't be up. Maybe. I don't know.
Dave, let me ask you this question, and this is one that's come up privately, and I want to share it with our audience. If you could have written any song and got credit for it, what song would that have been?
Ooh. For real?
Yeah, I mean, some people say that...
Well, I mean, I'm just going to live stream, even just to play. Since I was a kid, there's been a song I've wanted to play. I cannot. I can. I'm not going to say... I'm not going to say I say one of Teresa's best comments is if a human can do it, you can do it. So I believe I still can. It's the Rachmaninoff Second Piano Concerto. It's the most beautiful piece of music ever written. It's the most awe-inspiring thing to see a piano player play that down at Severance Hall. My dad has taken me to see some of the world's greats play that piece of music, and it's inspiring to see.
How about rock and roll, pop culture stuff?
Pop culture stuff. Let's see. I mean, I love music, so this is a tough question. I'm going to answer it the right way.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to answer it the right way. If I were to take credit for writing any song on the planet, it would probably be Rocket Man. I love that song. I've always loved it. I believe that I rock it when I sing it. It embodies everything that I love about rock. And growing up, I always listened to Elton John. That's the song. I would love to that would be my song, Rocket Man.
I think my favorite song of all time is Downtown by Petula Clark.
Oh.
I think that is one of my I think it's one of the most perfect songs ever.
You like that one?
Oh, I don't like it. I love it.
Didn't you interview her?
I've interviewed Petula Clark 3 times. And she's got a new book called Is That You, Petula? It's out now.
It makes me think of Seinfeld.
She'll be 93 this month. Written by Tony Hatch in 1964.
Tell us a little bit about. Tell us about Petula.
Well, Petula Clark started singing as a very young girl during the London Blitz of 1941 or the early 1940s, and she just kept progressing as a singer. And as she got older, you know, her career kind of took a lull. But in the mid 1960s is when she really took off again. And Tony Hatch wrote a lot of songs for Petula. Don't Sleep in the Subway, My Love, a lot of great ones. Sign of the Times. And, of course, this one. The original recording was made in 1964 in October, and it's hard to hear it, but a very young Jimmy Page is playing guitar on the song, along with John Paul Jones.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones were great studio musicians before they joined the Yardbirds, or Jimmy joined the Yardbirds, and then Led Zeppelin. Released on the Pye label in England and Warner Brothers label here in the States.
I like it.
I love it.
Did you remember when they included this in a Seinfeld episode?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
George isn't at home? Or that was the greatest American hero.
That was his answering machine.
That was his answer. George isn't at home.
Well, they did talk about downtown on Seinfeld. They were doing it back and forth, George and Jerry.
Yeah.
But I think we should kind of wind things down, but actually kind of wind things up in a sense. You should do Rocket Man.
You want me to do Rocket Man right now?
I feel like we're at Cape Canaveral and we're at the launching pad. So
Okay.
take us up there, Dave.
So we're going to say goodnight with this song?
Unless Teresa wants to sing another one.
Teresa can go on the backup. We've done this karaoke many times. I love having her on the harmony and the back. You want to come up and do the harmony for Rocket Man? Oh, this is special. This is impromptu stuff, folks. Bringing up Teresa Michaels to do backup vocals. Ray, you want to sing? No, folks, you don't want Ray to sing. Let's be honest. He's got a voice for radio.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
A face for radio too.
No, I've heard it. I've heard it even this week. Ray has got such a good radio voice.
He does.
But I don't want him to sing on the program.
No. But I could actually. That's why I like surf music, because surf instrumentals you don't have to sing.
She
Take it
packed
away.
my bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. I miss the earth so much. I miss my wife. It's lonely out in space on such a timeless flight. Sorry, it's a little high for me, folks, but and I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Touchdown brings me round again to find not the man I think I am at home. No, no, no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. Burning all his shoes up here below. Burning up his fuse up. I always screw that up. Mars ain't the kind of place to raise your kids. No. In fact, it's cold as hell. There's no one there to raise them. I hit that. If you did. And all the science I don't understand. It's just my job 5 days a week. A rocket man. Rocket man. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find not the man I think I am at all. No, no, no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. Burning all these piece of Babylon. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Think it's gonna be a long, long time. Ready?
Monkey King.
Think it's gonna be a long, long time. Gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
Thank you. David Michaels and Teresa Michaels right here on the Musical Connection, Rocket Man by the great Elton John. My name is Ray Carr. It's been a wonderful evening sharing music, stories, and just fun with you here. Dave, did you have fun?
I had a blast, Ray, all the time.
Teresa?
You must know, folks, this is new to you. This is not new to us. We had earlier versions of the Musical Connection that refined and polished what you see today.
Underground recordings that were somewhere on the dark web.
But we're so happy to be here with you every Sunday night. We're so happy to do this and that you're part of our community.
The GPC recording studios deep below the earth somewhere in Lakewood, Ohio.
Right.
All right,
Sure.
folks, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time on The
The
Musical
Musical
Connection.